At Children with Diabetes, we believe in more than just managing type 1 diabetes. We believe in thriving with it. This is our story. In September of 1989, my daughter Marissa was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. At the time, we didn't know anyone with type 1 diabetes, and we spent those early years caring for her alone, my wife and I. We relocated to the Cincinnati area in 1994, and in 1995, I launched the Children with Diabetes website to share our family's experience raising a child with type 1 diabetes. In the early years of Children with Diabetes, I had a full-time job and ran Children with Diabetes kind of as a hobby on the evenings and the weekends. And it was very early in the internet, so we were the only online forum for families like ours, parents of a child with type 1 diabetes, to get together and to learn.
Children with Diabetes has been there with me and my family from the day of my daughter's diagnosis. When she was 3 years old, I was worried that we would not make it through that diagnosis experience. And the very first night of her diabetes, while I sat in that big blue mom chair and I watched my daughter in that hospital bed wrapped in her tiny pink and white blanket, hooked up to all of the IVs and all of the machines, the only thing that got me through that night of her diabetes diagnosis was the website that I found online.
So from our very early beginnings as a website hosted in my home, Children with Diabetes has grown to become one of the largest resources online for families living with type 1 diabetes. Not just parents of children, but grown-ups with type 1 diabetes.
I cannot imagine trying to get through our day-to-day experiences with diabetes without having the resources that we provide at Children with Diabetes, whether that's on our website, whether that's at our conferences, whether that's at our CWD events. We really are there for you for all of the highs and lows of people who are experiencing with type 1 every single day.
Several years ago, we began hosting events at professional diabetes conferences. Breakfast events, lunch events, dinner events, receptions, with the goal of sharing our vision of how to care for people with type 1 diabetes with healthcare professionals. Those have become amazingly successful and important, and we continue to do those everywhere we can in the United States, in Europe, and in Asia.
So Children with Diabetes was there for me from day one of diagnosis, and we want to make sure that we are there the same way for other people who are diagnosed with diabetes. From the very beginning of your diagnosis story until being with diabetes for 20, 30, 50, 75 years, we are there all along the way.
Building a community for families living with type 1 diabetes is very important. The support we get from each other makes all the difference. Families see their healthcare professionals for perhaps 1 hour over the course of a year, which means 99.999% of the time they're caring for their diabetes by themselves. Having peer support, learning from others who've done what you are about to do really makes a difference. So my hope for Children with Diabetes going forward is that we are always there for every family living with type 1 diabetes. Whether it is the parent of a child, whether it is an adult, whether it is an older adult who was diagnosed in their 40s and 50s and is lost. We provide a home for everyone living with type 1 diabetes to learn how to thrive.
At Children with Diabetes, no one walks this path alone.
We care for each other today, so we're ready for a cure tomorrow.